Hey, what's up? I just got back from class and thought I'd film a video. The hair is not hairy. Hi, welcome back. I'm gonna make this a continuous video diary basically, and it's media I consumed this month. And I'm gonna talk about all the movies, YouTube documentaries, everything that I've consumed that's not TikTok or Instagram. Meaningful and maybe slower. And I'm in a film class, so I definitely have gotten a lot better with watching slower media. Yeah, I have quite a few films I watched for the first time, and I give my review and then a little picture. Good Will Hunting, it has always been in the back of my mind. It has always been on a watch list, and I've always wanted to watch it. And I have my computer right here. Just wrote all the films out. I watched Good Will Hunting for the first time about mid-December right now. I absolutely fell in love with it. It's really slow. It explores pain, identity, growing up. It explores someone that's really gifted, Will, and kind of denying himself of his potential, and meets a teacher, and he's beyond brilliant. And I feel like even though I'm not nowhere near, there's so many different ways people can be brilliant, and I think I identified a lot with him. And I guess maybe having a dream or passion, or thinking you're not good enough to do something or go somewhere. But Robin Williams, their connection, and the way I loved seeing him open up, because he was too smart, quote unquote, for everyone. There's so many messages in this movie that are powerful, but it stayed with me. And just the scenes of them talking intimately together in the last scene, hugging him, you know, thanking him. And there's a little bit of comedy in it too. So it's a great film. That's one film that I definitely would recommend anyone wanting to watch, maybe coming of age, identity, pain. A great one. Next one. I didn't say this in the beginning of the video. I created a Substack, so I wrote all of this on my Substack. I'd like to start posting more continuously on that. Blue Valentine. So Blue Valentine is the next film, my second film that I watched this November, December, and it was really powerful for me. I think I saw it in trailers, and I just always heard Blue Valentine, Michelle Williams and Ryan Gosling. And it's honestly, it's a little scary in terms of like putting your heart out there, and like what kind of marriage could turn into and can turn into, and people change. But yeah, it's one of those films that leaves you thinking about relationships, and if you really want to be in one. Timing, how people fall apart even when they love each other. I've definitely seen that, my parents, but different. I don't put myself out there with dating or any of that. And for good reason. I'm working on myself and a lot of other things, but this movie really kind of is a hard hitter and sad. So if you don't want to watch a movie that's pretty depressing, but it's a great film because it's powerful in the way that it shows, you know, two people in love and what marriage can look like, and follows that. But a great film. Those two were slower films to get into, but they are really powerful once you get past the beginning. Okay, third film, While You Were Sleeping. This is a new comfort film, Christmas time film. I watched it twice, myself and then with my mom. And I love Sandra Bullock as an actor. I don't know, it's just when she's on screen, just gravitate towards this. That sounds so wrong. The screen loves her. She looks great on camera. And it's amazing, it's slow, it's beautiful, it explores, it's really fun and uplifting, and really leaves you feeling like warm and cozy inside, because it's the holidays, finding love. She works in like the train station booth, and it just feels very Christmassy, wintry, and sometimes like you just need a gentle watch, and this is a very gentle watch. And in Bill Pullman, I didn't know, like I haven't seen any of his work, and he was really sweet in this, and their relationship was cute. And kind of crazy, but it's so like, I think I got really emotional with it because she had no family and found one in this man's family, the guy that she saved from the train. Yeah, that film was great. I'm really glad I watched that one. The next one, Reality Bites. So this, like I said, this is a rewatch film. This film, I've watched it before, but it's been a couple of years. I completely identified with Lelena. Again, Winona Ryder plays her. I love all of Winona Ryder's films. Her name in this is so cool. Also, Lelena, like, just flows off your tongue. Basically, it goes into afterlife, college, friendships, 20s, the chaos, kind of how it feels when you're in your 20s, like job, friends. The cast and the energy, I also loved Ethan Hawke in it, and there was a bunch of people I knew in it, and they all did a phenomenal job. The cast was really strong, and honestly, the way it captures that era of, I think it was shot in the 90s or early 2000s, it's just so different than in our world today. And so after college, like the phones, the way that you fall in love with people, how you connect is very different. And I love that about all those films and how they're kind of a different era, a different generation, but it captured all that and the way I feel, and I think it's a coming of age, and it always will be. I loved everything about it, and I completely just, once it started, I was like, I'm hooked. It's one of those films. Next film, Before Sunrise and Before Sunset. So I watched both of those, and I've rewatched them over the years, and I kind of skipped around, but I really focused and watched them this time. Just while watching it, it felt like it didn't really feel like a movie. It felt like conversations that you have in life with real people, and how sometimes you can have a conversation with someone and it completely changes you or leaves you kind of changed inside and something you always remember. But kind of like finding love on, again, there was no telephone, so they were on a train, they talked, they met, they explored Vienna for the day. It's really wholesome and beautiful about how two strangers can come together and connect romantically. I'm a fan of romance movies, so I love that part, but it was really slow as well. These movies are slow. Their connection, their timing, basically timing is everything, strangers that fall in love, and how one night can feel bigger than everything else that has happened in your life. But watching that one day, that one beautiful day of those two people encountering each other and just talking about the deepest stuff about life and the soul and attraction and sex. And I believe both of those films, the one after they met again, I think 9 years later, that was crazy. It was the first time watching that one, and they didn't see each other in a while, and the other thought they were successful, they were happy, and then it turns out they were both, the girl was Celine is her name, she was going crazy and was unhappy, and he was unhappy, and wrote a whole book on that one encounter. Yeah, that's the Before Sunrise and Before Sunset. They're both great movies. I currently this week watched Little Women with Winona Ryder and Christian Bale. I didn't know he was in it, and it was amazing. I completely fell in love with the vibe of it. Christmas, sisters in a household, again, not in this generation, just revisiting that era, what it was like. It was awful for women, but Jo March, the character Winona plays, is so powerful and doesn't want to be the typical woman that gets married and just kind of falls into that category. She's strong, wants to be a writer, has a lot, like everything I feel like that I am, kind of similar with romance and perseverance. But yeah, the movie kind of feels like you're being wrapped in a blanket for the Christmas time, and it's just cozy and sisters and the mom and funny and beautiful and sad. It was really sad towards the end, but also beautiful. So I definitely would recommend Little Women and While You Were Sleeping for Christmas time. Around this time of year, they're really great films. Besides films, I do watch a lot of films. I watch a lot of YouTube, mostly psychology videos and interviews, and watch a lot of documentaries as well. And here are a few that stuck with me this month. And so I did this on Substack as well. I watched the behind the scenes of Stand By Me. I love that movie. It's amazing. The behind the scenes, and this is a YouTube video I rewatched about a year ago, and I rewatched it this year. And I love seeing I loved how this video made something so iconic, the film Stand By Me, feel so personal, and kind of dive into the actors behind the scenes and, what they were going through personally, how it was made, movies, films. That's really powerful and interesting. I definitely would give that a watch if you're a fan of going behind the scenes and learning more about the actors. Next this kind of follows in the direction kind of going behind the scenes of a movie. The YouTube video is called What Real Romance Looks Like, video essay on Before Sunrise. And so it dives into the entire movie, Before Sunrise and after. Before Sunrise and Before Sunset. Am I saying it wrong? I'm saying it wrong, aren't I? So that's what the video is on, but it dives into, like I said, how I explained the film, but it dives into the intimacy, the connection, the way it was filmed, and just hearing someone, it's no one related to the movie, just I think the YouTube channel dives into films, TV shows, and after I finish a film, I think it's, I don't know, I just want to learn more about it if it stays with me, a film like that. And so this video did that for me. I love watching deep dives like this after I finish a movie, and it feels like getting basically a second opinion or opening your eyes on things you didn't see through someone else's eyes. So it's really fascinating. I truly love kind of relearning about a movie and dissecting it. So love that video. Okay, so this doesn't have to do with the movie, but it was a video I came across on Dr. Tom Bellamy. That's his name, I think, his YouTube channel. And it's called Why Do I Become Obsessed with Certain People? Limerence. And he just takes you down the path of attraction, love, and just gives you a deeper understanding of kind of what attraction is and why we become obsessed with certain people. And I definitely have been obsessed with certain people in the past, but attraction and desire and really learning about that in his words. I think psychological videos like this, anything that has to do with why we think the way we do, I really enjoyed that video. And overall, mental health and psychology deep dives, I end up watching a lot in my free time, a lot of mental health videos, deep dives on attachment, connection, why we're drawn to people, certain things I struggle with, and just to understand myself better. So definitely love videos like that. Next video I watched was Louis Tomlinson interview on The Diary of a CEO. I also love his channel, The Diary of a CEO. A lot of the people that he's interviewed that are people I've never heard of are fascinating and talk about things that, God, it like made me think for a whole entire day. But this one stuck with me. It's Louis Tomlinson's interview, and I love when I have the time long form interviews where people reflect on their lives, and hearing him speak. Louis, in my opinion, is so emotionally intelligent and intact with in tune with just his feelings and his life and death, and talking about all that and truly getting into that, and hearing him speak just honestly felt very grounding, and especially his really like woke me up. So I definitely would give that video a watch if you haven't given that video a watch, or any videos on The Diary of a CEO. Yeah, and I'm just gonna end it there. Those are a lot of the media that's a lot of the media and YouTube I've consumed. I really would like to continue a series of sharing, and I hope you enjoyed listening to me talk about these films, YouTube videos, media, talking about long form media and kind of going into it. So yeah, that's all I have to say for today, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if you would like more of this style of content.